Did you know that the regular aversion we have towards our menstrual period and the discomfort that men experience around this topic can be actually traced back to the time of our birth? Womb blood is primal, meaning it comes first. The first scent that we as babies experience when we are born into this world is the smell of the womb blood of our mother. The fragrance of a mother's womb blood is a mix of nutritive uterine milk, rich in iron, pheromones, hormones, and an abundance of neuropeptides, which we call the molecules of emotion. This first scent that we experience imprints itself into our psyche. A smell is one of the strongest evokers of emotional memory. And let me give you a little example. This beautiful perfume oil, which is called the scent of Cleopatra, and I bought it during my trip in Egypt, which I associate with magical, beautiful experiences. So every time I smell it, those memories are invoked in my whole body, and they show itself in goosebumps and just a smile on my face. Now imagine you buy something like this during a terrible experience. I would always associate this smell with something rather negative. Scent opens up new gateways of perception, and its sacred science was very often used by the womb priestesses, such as Goddess Isis, to awaken feminine memory. When primal substance, womb blood, meets primal smell, the first smell that we experience at the time of our birth, its result is an explosion of emotional meaning and limbic imprinting. If our birth experience was desired, natural, and sacred, this will immediately imprint in us the menstrual blood fragrance with an essence of vitality, birth, rebirth, and renewal. If on the other side the birth experience was traumatic and overwhelming, which is very often the case in our modern day society, then this can rather cause an imprint that can bring up emotional trauma and pain in order to be seen and healed. So how we as women in particular experience our own menstrual cycle and its own scent very much can depend on the experience that we have had during our birth. And while men believe that menstruational cycles are only for women, I have a huge surprise for you, because you too came from a mother's womb, and your first scent was that of your mother's womb blood as well. Most modern men have unresolved emotional issues around their own birth, the relationship with their mother, and prior sexual experiences that make womb blood fragrance rather terrifying and very uncomfortable for them at a subconscious level. Men themselves have, of course, not been raised with the importance or even the topic of the menstrual period, unless they grew up with a lot of sisters in their household and were also present at the birth of their own child. Diving back into your own primordial imprints as a man of your time of birth can lead you to what we call a shamanic consciousness experience. Beyond all these powerful emotions and experiences, the smell of our menstrual blood links us to the epigenetic memory of the long line of our maternal ancestors. When a smell causes in us a huge emotional reaction, it means that it's imprinted in our epigenetic codes. So ladies, so fellas, let's honor these sacred cycles of life that don't just affect women, but all of us, because after all, we all came from a womb, and all of us had the first scent coming to this earth through the womb blood of our mothers. Sending you so much love. Mwah.